Okay, so this is our Bitcoin. Okay, remember last time before we did our analysis, I spoke about these lows. Okay, because we had some imbalance that I think on this is the weekly chart here. So we spoke, if you come here, we spoke about that low because of this small imbalance here, and price came and tapped in, and we've gone. And if you look at this weekly charts, I don't actually ignore this weekly chart. You can see we have some weekly fair value gap for 84. Okay, between 84,000, this space here on the weekly. Okay, this space here, that is a supply fair value gap. So what I expect Bitcoin to do is to keep pushing up those who are trading, and then I'm going to look for that sells, okay, over there. So you can see exactly the 4-hour chart. The daily chart also is giving us a sell fair value gap here around I think 87, 88, this space here. Yeah. Okay. Then you can actually do comparison and see when you have your weekly. This is the weekly fair value gap here. Okay, so you can check and see whether it's going or interline with the daily. But if you stretch actually the weekly fair value gap here, you can see it's actually intersect with there was a buy fair value gap. So there's a strong chance that when price comes into that level, okay, here, 81, 84 there, we are going to actually have a reaction. And if that happens, I'm expecting actually price to probably come and retest either this swing low here, this swing low, okay, or come back to retest this swing low, take it out and maybe move a little bit further to this swing low. Then I will start looking for, okay, buys, okay. Okay, so when the market open, I'll expect some generation of liquidity. We are actually even trading Bitcoins 24 hours. So what I'm expecting is price to keep pushing up, okay, come into this supply of 84 area. And then we will be looking for SLs to continue selling until we come back to this 59 area or lower. Then I will start looking for some buy orders for market to start pushing up and making higher highs and higher highs, which means that then the previous low, which becomes protected low, are not going to be respected. So now we have the supplies here will serve as our protected high and another protected high. So until markets comes back and closes above this protected high supply level and this protected high another supply level, then we wouldn't have any strong bullish confirmation, okay, because we haven't had any change of character from the daily or the 4-hour yet, okay. So any buys that we are buying is just a short-term buy for price to come back into our sell area or supply area. Then we look for a sell, okay. We look for a sell on the market to go down. Okay, good. So we will look at our last market, which is going to be the NASDAQ. Okay, and see. You will move the market back in the years that the market has happened and try to put your strategies on the chart and see how many wins you'll be making or how many losses you'll be making. Then you keep refining. It's never a good idea to throw a strategy away and copy someone. You can learn something from other strategy and come and add it to refine your own strategy. Okay, for instance, you can always learn to refine your demand and your supply and also your entry and your risk analysis. Okay, because always we want to lose less our stop loss, which is our risk, we want it to be less, and we want our profit to be more. So those are the key things that you have to pay attention to in any strategy that you are using, that you keep refining your entry and your risk model and try to do general, okay? Because data, if you look at Amazon and Google, Google made, I think, 300 billion last year. If you look at Microsoft and other companies, YouTube, they made all this money they are making is because they have data, so they understand certain things. So you can have a phone or you can have an iPad separately or even your laptop if it allows you to take pictures. Any analysis that you are doing, you keep taking pictures, okay? Your winning trade, your losing trade, you keep taking pictures of your setup. Okay, so the data is there. So when you are in your bed doing nothing, you can scroll through those things and keep analyzing them because the same patterns will be repeating. That will help you to refine. And when you see your setup and your entry, it's going to give you a very strong, very strong, desire, okay, to enter. Okay, you are going to be very confident in your setup so that when you see it, you are going to look into it. So this is NASDAQ, okay? Last week, these are all the activities that happened. We have the high here and we have the low here. And previously, I think we talked about the market looking for the market to be buying somewhere or looking for the market to come up here and sell. And actually, it did the same thing for last week. The analysis that we brought, the market came into our sell zone, and then we sold the markets, and down the market has. We had a quick rise, and the market actually came down. So this is, I think, Friday. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday, and this is Monday. So you see, on the daily, this was the highs where we expect the market to come, and then we'll be looking for sell. And this was the low. So swing high for last week, swing low for last week. Another simple technique that I always use also is that, okay, see, this is last week high, and this is last week low. If the market comes back and we have a candle closure above last week high, that means market is going to go high. So I'll keep looking for high. If this market, we have a candle closure above last week low, it means market will keep coming low. Then these are the target areas that I will be targeting, okay? So this is something that I use, and I can backtest this here and show you, okay? Even it happens on the daily basis, okay? This is a daily close and open. So the next day candle closes above it. You can see subsequent days you have some ranges here. Then you have a high here, and this is the previous day. The market closes low here, so you have some consolidation here. And since this lower, then the market start closing. But look here, market closes up here. Okay, this candle closes above the previous days. So the following day, what you have a high market closure. Okay, you can see when the market keeps closing, then you have a bullish close. So you look for buy. When the market closes lower, so the following day you look for low because you know the market is going to go down. So these are simple things that you have to sometimes pay attention and trade. And one thing you can also pay, maybe you trade London session, or you trade Asian session, and you trade New York session. If you don't have your setup on your session, that is telling you that your setup is forming in another session. So for instance, if you can't find your setup in your New York session, it means that the previous days when the market opened, check the Asian session or the London session. Probably these two sessions, one of them is printing your setup because the market is not dynamic. Sometimes I'm trading Asian sessions only. Sometimes I'll trade London sessions, and sometimes I'll trade New York sessions, depending on when I see. If I see that I'm not getting set up on the Asian session for maybe 2-3 days, it means that something is changing. So next time, instead of waking up at Asian session, I will come and check the landing session. I'll start monitoring the landing session. And if my setup is not forming there, I go to the New York session and I see my setup there. These are things that nobody will teach you as a trader. You need to notice these things yourself and do it. Okay. So what do we think this is going to happen next week? Let's come to the 4-hour chart and see if we see anything interesting, because the daily, we are not seeing anything interesting. So still, I will be looking for sell here based on this 4-hour. Why? Because this is straightforward. We have a liquidity here and we have a 4-hour fair value gap here. You see 1 and 2 candles here. Okay, this is the wick of the third candle and this is the wick here. Okay, we have the space here. So you see, this one has already been filled already, where the liquidity is, okay? So I expect market to move back here and fill the market here. Then I will be looking for sells, okay, to come down, to take out this low, okay? If the sells come down here, when I get my sells here, I will look for these lows to be taken, okay? And probably price coming to form some kind of low here. Then I'll look for a buy from there for the market to start going up, okay? But earlier on, if the market's open, then I will be looking for sells. So I'll wait for this gap to be filled around 25.1 to that supply level. Price can even maybe whip back here. Okay, so this was the breakup block, but price can even come back here and retest here before we start coming down. So just be patient and look for the setup, wait for the market to come into your favor before you enter and wait for that distribution into your favor. It's very, very actually easy and simple. I don't even need to go to the 2-hour or the 1 hour. This is very, very easy chart, as you can see here. Even when you come to the 2-hour chart, you can see we have the same fair value gap, bearish fair value gap or imbalance here. Yeah. So that's what actually I will be looking to do on the NASDAQ. So this is from Clinton and myself, and we wish you a very successful trading week next week. And then feel free to like our videos and comment on it. This is the least thing you can do to help us. And if you have any question, reach out to Clinton's email or my email or our WhatsApp chats, and then we will be happy to answer your question. If you want us to actually look at another market for you, just put the comment under the video and then we will look at the market of your choice for you. Okay, like we always say, our disclaimer, this is for educational purpose only. Nobody is paying us to do this content. It is the way we see the market, and we ask you not to use it as the basis of your decision in taking or investing your money. Okay, remember, financial trading is very risky. So remember to do your own due diligence, as myself and Clinton will not be reliable for your losses. Okay, so have a very good weekend and have a very good trading week. We'll see you again at the end of the week, and I hope the market delivers some profits into your account. Bye-bye.